Hello everyone, and today we're going to speak about weapons that will be perfect for Arataki Itto. So, we're going to get right into it. Now, if you do want the short answer, I highly recommend White Blind over everything in the game right now. Literally, if you have an R5 White Blind for some reason, this is the weapon for you. If you don't have a white blind right now, you don't have any prototypes, I feel like Serpent Spine will be just as good. If you don't want to spend money on the Battle Pass, right now the Luxury Sea Lord is probably your best bet. But I wouldn't fully recommend it, and if you do want the explanation, I will definitely get into it right about now. Now, as for 5-star weapons, actually, Skyward Pride I think will be your best option, even though I still would pick an R3 White Blind over it for the pure reason that the substat here is defense. Arataki Itto's attack is actually going to be based off of defense, and defense is going to be his main stat that you want to farm for. So because of this is going to be his best weapon in slot, simply because of the fact that his defense scaling is, because defense is going to be a substat here, and his attacks with this weapon is going to increase his defense and attack. Mostly defense is the important stat here, but attack is going to also be increased, which of course is going to have some scaling on the character. So this will be his best weapon. Serpent Spine will be good for him in my opinion, simply because you're going to deal more damage over time, and even though you do lose stacks every time you get hit, you do also take more damage. So for people who don't like this weapon simply because it's like a double-edged blade, Arataki Itto makes this a single-edged blade simply because he takes less damage because his defense is going to be so damn high. Luxury Sea Lord would be just as good, simply because it increases elemental burst damage. Now, I don't know how good this will be because both Archiac and Luxury Sea Lord have attack percent as stats, and attack percent, we don't know how well this is going to work with Itto yet, but Luxury Sea Lord will be better than Archiac. Well, we always knew this, but Archiac won't be as good because of the attack damage, once again because of defense scaling. Snow Tomb Silver will be a no-go. The Bell is obviously a no-go. Favoni's Greatsword might be a no-go. That Rain Slash is definitely a no-go because it has an elemental mastery, which with the Geo element that's literally impossible, so you're not going to be doing no reactions with it. Sacrificial Greatsword, I feel like Itto is more of a DPS character, so I really don't think this will be high on the list, especially since it's going to have a low base attack. I know this is not maxed out, so I can't really speak for low base attack, but it's a support type weapon, so I feel like it's definitely going to be around the low base attack range. For 3-star weapons, definitely recommend the White Iron Greatsword because of the defense stat. The substat, not so much, but I guess if you want to be a selfless DPS, I guess it's good. Debate Club is in the same boat as Archiac, not too sure how attack percent is going to work, and the passive is literally exactly the same, but for 3-star, I guess. Skyrider is a no-go because of physical damage, and also I didn't explain this before, but the reason why it's a no-go because physical damage bonus is not even going to work because Itto's burst, I'm pretty sure, imbues his sword in geo damage, and of course physical damage is not geo damage, so it's literally going to be useless. Bloodstained is going to be a no-go simply because of elemental mastery. You're not going to be doing no reactions to Itto. Furious Sword is HP on the stat, not too good, but I guess the charge attack will still be good, just as good, so you can use that if you need to. Alright, on to the Forge weapon. Now I did say Skyward Pride will be good simply because it gives elemental damage bonus. Not too fond of that Vortex because it will do physical damage, but the elemental damage bonus will definitely be good for Itto. Same thing with Hair because the elemental damage bonus, but we don't know how much energy Itto needs right now, so because of that we don't know how much of energy recharge you need and how much Skyward Pride, and definitely this weapon is going to be good. Now this does take away energy when you use the skill. Of course the stat on this weapon is energy recharge, but we don't know how much energy he's going to require, so we don't know if this is going to be high on the list or low on the list depending on his energy. Alright, next weapon, I think we want to go to the Archive. These are more 5-star weapons, so I wouldn't really, if you want to click off now you can, but I'm simply going to tell you that most of the 5-star weapons here are not good for Itto. So I have Wolf's Gravestone. Until we know how much attack is good for him, in comparison to defense needed. Wolf's Gravestone is going to sit below Skyward Pride because Skyward Pride's passive is more beneficial than Wolf's Gravestone for Itto right now. Unforge is going to be in the same boat with Wolf's Gravestone because it scales off of attack, and not to mention Unforge is viewed as the worst claymore in the game because you're forced to or need to have a shield character on your team in order for the passive to work. Song of Broken Pines is not going to work because it's physical damage again, but the attack speed would still be nice, of course, but you simply are not going to be benefiting from the passive. Now if we go to the Royal Greatsword is good because it gives crit, but that is attack percent, so we don't know yet, and Royal Greatsword is literally a weapon that no one uses in the game, so Blackcliff will of course be good on the list, might be high on the list depending on how much crit damage he needs, but free crit damage stat is always good, but Blackcliff is insanely situational, so you never know until because you have to defeat enemies and all that, it's just, it's extremely situational. But Blackcliff will always be good on literally any character because his stat is so legit, like so universal, to be honest with you. But that is my 2 cents on this. But Itto's best weapon will definitely be White Blind, and I'll definitely go for Serpent Spine if I need to. So hopefully this helps. I'll try to do more Arataki Itto content in the future. Maybe I'll do some team comps if this video does good. But hopefully you enjoyed. Share. If you disagree with something, put it in the comments and tell me what it is so I can fix it later on and maybe change my opinion. If you do agree with something, feel free to leave a comment and saying, hey, I like that. So see ya and have a nice day.